It's the game of the year. The 2024 is what we're talking about. We have a lot to catch up on. Our tier list today are top or
just general releases.
Lower.
Notable releases of 2024 with an emphasis on those that got the most notoriety through accolades. So it's going to be mostly the generally hyped games.
Yeah, and also I will comment on things that I have played and probably going to skew my bias a little bit, but there's plenty of games I didn't play, but we've done our research.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to start off with one that I have played a lot, deserves to be on the list. Helldivers 2 came out in 2024.
Okay.
A game that I did not think that I'd be into, ended up playing it a ton and still do with friends. I think it was like the first game that kind of got me into a first-person shooter game. I was always afraid of like playing COD with friends or like Halo and stuff. I'm just not good at it. But Helldivers made it fun for Super Earth, love to squish some bugs. I would put it at least at a B. I'd like to put it at an A.
I was thinking you were going to be between an A and an S because I loved it so much.
I'd like to put it at an A. They recently came out with some new stuff, which is why I think it should be an A. For a while, it was so. Remember when it was so popular? You couldn't play it. You couldn't even play it.
It was one of our first discussions.
Yeah, we couldn't get into the lobbies. We were like, "What the hell? This studio is so overwhelmed." I would say A if you'll allow me, sir.
Of course. I mean, especially if that's the game that you've played more than any.
I would say of the 2024 releases, probably.
Wow.
Yeah, probably.
Hey. I will start with the top Nintendo release that I can think of in 2024. Well, I know my Nintendo. I would say the best Nintendo game of the year has to be Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Okay.
It's close to an S because again, I love that you play as Zelda. I love that it is turning, Legend of Zelda formula on its head. No more, sword, you're building stuff. It's kind of bringing a lot of the mechanics and creativity of your Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom into the top-down Link's Awakening remake type of world. Great game. There's a reason why we're not really talking about it anymore here in 2025.
And why is that?
Nintendo fan base. I feel like it's very solid 2D, quote-unquote, Zelda that just... It's great, it's creative, it's fun, but somehow lacks the wow factor of a really big Nintendo or Zelda release, especially.
They wanted it to be Breath of the Wild, too.
Am I misogynistic?
Perhaps. But that's a discussion for another day and a different podcast.
But it's an A.
It's an A, okay.
I think I have two S's for this year. One of them is a low S, and then my Game of the Year pick. I know I started with Nintendo, but I'm going to switch gears because Nintendo, the king of the 3D platformer, no longer... Astrobot. And you know what? I'm actually going to change my mind because I'm going to be more critical of 2024.
Whoa.
Very, very high A, nearly an S, I will give to Astrobot. It's great. I prefer Spyro. I prefer Super Mario 64. Is that nostalgia talking? Yeah. But we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Still a very, very solid A. Okay. The AAA Game of the Year, in my opinion.
Oh. Okay.
Astrobot.
Wait, so was that your Game of the Year? No, still a secret. Still a secret.
Soon. Yeah, we're gonna go negative, and then I'll hit you with that Game of the Year.
I'm gonna throw in another positive from the same creators of Goose Game. Thank Goodness You're Here is a hilarious comedy. I mean, they call it a slapformer, which I think is funny.
I love that.
A slapformer. Great game. It's kind of like that. The game is kind of like that. Great game, super funny. It takes place in like an old British town. It's a little adventure game. Highly recommend. Drink some tea and play it. It's quite funny. I'm gonna give it an A. I think it really surprised me. Better than Goose Game, in my opinion. A little bit more concise with like what you're supposed to do. Goose Game was pretty just like
I love that game.
Do some It was very funny. God, it saved me in quarantine. But I'm gonna give it an A. That's another positive for 2024.
I beat Untitled Goose Game in a day.
Oh, wow.
Because it was just so much fun. It was too short. I felt like it was like 5-6 hours.
I took my time because I wanted to drag it out.
For sure. Drag the
items.
Anyway.
Drag a knife down the road.
Yeah. I'm going to go a little negative on Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Brothership?
Yeah. Terrible.
Okay.
I don't know why Nintendo botches their RPGs. Paper Mario is a sham. One of the best releases of the year was the Thousand Year Doors remake.
Oh, yeah. That was a remake, right?
Or HD, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
GameCube game from 20 plus years ago. Great game, but I don't feel right counting it. It's the same game, just in HD. And especially, it's almost insulting that then Mario and Luigi Brothership was released alongside it, or within the same year. Just derivative, overly simple, boring RPG. It's got the Nintendo personality, but I don't know. It's well written, I suppose. I think a C is the most generous I could give, and even that feels like Nintendo bias. I feel like because it's such a fall from grace for the franchise and Nintendo RPGs in general, I think go down to a D, honestly.
I'm fine.
Insulted.
I'm fine. Frankly, Nintendo, I'm insulted.
If IGN gave it a 5, it's really like fucking 2. All right.
I'm fine with that. I want to throw in 2 quick Bs. Obviously, I have to go Pal World. It did come out in 2024.
Yeah,
I checked. Okay. God, it's number 2 top game on Steam. I mean, it was huge. I'm gonna throw it in a B alongside Little Kitty Big City.
Okay.
Very fun, bubbly, very squishy, round sort of animations. Silly, not very high stakes, either game, really, but I enjoyed them. I spent money on them, and I spent time on them, so I'm going to add them to my list.
And I'm surprised you only want B. I mean, I feel like, Pal World, it has its problems, but for its cultural impact alone, almost...
If you want to bump it up to A, I mean, it really made a splash. I mean, they got sued big time. It was always like a will they, won't get, they get sued. And then Nintendo really put the hammer down. And
the drama alone.
The drama alone was a game in itself. Yeah. I'll bump it up to A.
There we go. I like that.
All right, before we end the segment, I have to hear, what is your top 24 games?
I like my retro games. I talk usually about like the 90s era, but go back to the 80s and I still love my classic NES.
Okay.
UFO 50 is an incredible game, an achievement in gaming. You have the concept of Action 52, where they had a cartridge with 52 games on it in the early 90s, but the games all sucked. What if you had a compilation of 50 NES-style games that were all fucking incredible? And I mean incredible. All of them bangers. There's a couple weak ones, but all of them bangers. 50 fucking 8-bit games, 2 buttons, deep mechanics. It's brilliant. UFO 50 from the creator of Spelunky and a wider team. Took them years to make.
Okay.
Truly an achievement.
Are these remakes of games, or these are all new?
It's an entire different universe they created of this console that came out. And there's even lore within it where it's like, Campanella 1, which came out in 1986. You go to Campanella 2, which came out in like 88. Better graphics, more advanced, like yada, yada, yada. It goes from 83, I think, to 89. Is when these games span. There's a point-and-click adventure game. There's 2D shooters. There's a roguelike. There's platformers. There's lots of puzzlers.
You're considering this one game.
It is one game.
Fascinating.
It is one game.
Where can you play it?
Steam. It runs on my Mac. Like, it runs on everything because most of the games are 8-bit. They really should do a console port. I don't know why they haven't yet.
Maybe they will.
I hope so. But yeah, it's pretty cheap on Steam, $25 full price, well worth it, but it's on sale occasionally. Game of the year, by far.
Putting this in S on the tier list.
It's a high S. It's not only the best game of my year, it's maybe of the decade so far. I can't think of another game.
Wow.
I mean, Tears of the Kingdom was amazing, but Breath of the Wild is a bit derivative of that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love retro games. This is a love letter to retro games. And
I can't believe I hadn't heard of it.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I'm definitely going to buy it on Steam. Those at home, check it out. 2024. Yeah. Marcus is saying maybe
it's the game of the year.
Maybe of the decade.
I'm insulted, and it did win most independent game of the year awards.
Yeah, it did. Okay, good.
Yeah,
cool.
But I feel like it should have been nominated for game of the year. And it was a lot of people's pick for Game of the Year as well. This is not like a super hot take. I've seen other people say this.
Astrobot really came in and was just like kind of taking all the glory.
What else? I mean, there's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Okay, it's a B or an A. Like, I played the first.
I'm not counting so many. Don't get mad about this list. We got to end it because the segment. But I'm not counting the remaster of Last of Us 2. Obviously, I love Last of Us Part 2. I'm not counting a bunch of remasters and remakes. And yeah, there's the Wukong. There was Rise of the Ronin. There were some good games.
Right.
But I think
Balatro is the other big indie game.
Balatro I would put in an A because people really love Balatro. They're like obsessed with Balatro.
Just as a poker player, there's no, I don't know. I remember playing bridge in my college dorm, and it's like, I just feel.
You just want to play poker?
Well, it's like when I'm going to get killed on the internet, but it's a card game. Like, we don't need it to be a video game, do we? Why is this the thing? Why is this so popular? I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm just going to play poker online. It's the same fucking thing, isn't it? I know, there's different mechanics.
We have to end the segment
You're gonna
before Marcus gets torn apart by hating on Balatro.
I don't hate it.
That's it. We have to end the show. Thank you so much for watching, everybody.
Hey, wait, we're not done yet.
Oh.
We got Chuckle Nuts over here.
Oh, no. I thought we could just...
Yeah, no, me too, believe me, but it's in the contract.
All
so,
right. Well, stick around. We are going to talk to Samurai, who's going to make some predictions for us.
Samurai with post-market news. We're going to post-market this episode with our favorite individual, Samurai.